Okay, continuing on with our professionalism series, now we're going to talk about off-limit conversations or things that you should not talk about because it has a negative potential effect on your personal professional brand. Okay, so to start with, why are some topics off limits? Well, once again, the things that you talk about create an impression on others. It can be offensive at times. It can be contrary to their beliefs at times. And either of those things can serve to alienate the other person and can cause an impression in them that you don't desire. Okay, a negative impression or simply an impression that paints you as someone you're not, or paints you in a way that is inconsistent with the brand image that you hope to develop for yourself as a professional. Okay, now the four major topics are politics, religion, sex, and humor. Okay, politics. Obviously, it's a very divided time in the country. No matter how vehemently you feel about a certain aspect of politics. Once again, even if you believe the other person feels the same way, the way you express it, what you express, can serve to alienate the other person from you and can diminish your brand. Even if the person agrees with you, the way you express things can affect their perception on your level of professionalism. So that is something to keep in mind. Okay, religion. Okay, people have varying religions. Within a specific religion, people believe things or at least exercise their beliefs to a differing extent. So getting into that oftentimes gets into fundamental elements of who a person believes they are. So even the slightest comment that doesn't conform to another person's belief, I would say, could paint you in a light that is not favorable to them, or like I say, create an impression that paints you as someone who is inconsistent, or that who they perceive you to be is inconsistent with the brand that you hope to build. Okay, sex. Once again, lots of times talking about sex is seen as base or vulgar in some scenarios, and even if it's not in a given scenario, once again, it can be a very touchy subject or uncomfortable subject for individuals, because you never know the extent to which someone is comfortable about talking about the topic of sex. Okay, just historically, it's been a very taboo topic, far less so today in time, but once again, people have varying degrees of aversion to talking about such intimate topics. And then lastly, humor, right? People have different types of sense of humor. People respond to humor differently. Oftentimes people cannot separate someone's actual opinion or how they feel from statements that they make simply to be humorous. So with that being said, humor can be a trap. There's certainly clean humor, but even clean humor can strike people the wrong way if you're not careful. Okay, so once again, maybe doing something to entertain someone else is fine, or small jokes that have very little chance of being misinterpreted or creating an impression about you are fine. But just be very careful in employing humor in professional conversations, because once again, it can create a perception that's contrary to the brand image that you're promoting.